Hey, I just want to show you some behind the scenes today. I'm going to be working on doing the lip syncing for one of my episodes. As you can tell, what's going on here. Can you guys say hi?
Hi.
What are you guys doing? Very excited for Christmas time. Here's my little man. There he is. Can you say, hey, Clark, you look so serious. Can you say, hey? Hey. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. There you go. There's that happy face. Boop, boop. It's my office stuff I've built. And the pictures. We kind of have a rule when Daddy puts on the on-air sign that the kids aren't supposed to go in there. I don't think it works too well. My wife's back there, but she doesn't want to be on film right now, so.
Just cleaning.
She's cleaning. All right, so here's my office. Got a busy day today. A lot going on, and I'm working on my podcast that I'll be recording with Pastor Ken next week. We're going through every word Jesus said in the New Testament. Next Bible study is on judging. I take my old Bible studies I've done and then update them, and then I kind of turn into a script for the podcast. But right here is where I do all my animation and all those kind of things. This is season 2. I have it all planned out. I've taken out some of the secret parts because I don't want you guys to see that yet till you see the season. I'm excited about that and just some of the artwork I'm working on. I just finished the audio for episode 18. So I've cleaned up all the audio. It's amazing when you record how many sounds you hear in there, from annoying mouth clicks to loud pops and so forth. So you take all that audio and you clean it up.
Cana.
And it looks
Why
something
are they
like
going
this.
to Cana?
Sounds
Jesus
pretty
and
good.
his family are in.
Another unspoken rule is always have a good cup of coffee with your logo, some logo on it. So this is from my podcast I do with my father. If you're wondering about my computer, I have the M2 Ultra. I had the M1 Ultra and it broke on me. It just stopped working. So I took it into the Mac store, it took about a month and a half, and they said, hey, we're going to replace your M1 with the M2. So I'm like, okay, we can go with that. As always, you don't want to have too many windows open. Take that as a little hint. Now, after I have to close caption it, it read all the things that I said and put it in the text format. I'm going to export it as an SRT file, which is going to be perfect when I throw it into Character Animator. It's going to make the lip syncing much more accurate. Now I'm going to take that process and do it for the 3 files. All right, that's all done. So now I'm going to throw it in the Character Animator, and that's when all the fun begins. This is the program I love by Adobe. Always save. I was taught when I was learning technology at college, what did Jesus do? Jesus saves. You should too. But ours is an atoning, you know. Now, how did I learn this stuff? Where did I learn animating, all that fun stuff? One place, YouTube. I wanted to create something that was free, that people could use, because my church has about 100 people and our budget is not big and many curriculums are so expensive. So I wanted to create something fun that would go through every narrative in the gospel, because I feel like a lot of curriculums jump around, and that it's all, you can get on the website and download it all for free. So here's my character that I created, and this program, it can take what you say and then make your mouth move to it. And see, now he's following what I do, which is just so cool. I love it. Yeah, I'm all bald up top here. I can cover it up for a little bit, but so to be a little more realistic, my guy made with a little less hair. And I also went for a design change that I'm going to have 12 seasons. So I'm using 12 colors to kind of do the whole rainbow. Nothing political there at all, but just to differentiate each season. This year, things are a little tighter. Economy, it's not political, we just know the economy stinks right now in America. It's awful. So things are a little tight. So my wife said instead of having, nice Christmas gifts, because it's December, she would rather just have a nice experience or something like that and save some money for Christmas time. Everyone's tightening, we're tightening too. Today, one of the experiences I got for her is they have this special IKEA dinner once a year that's supposed to be like a Swedish Christmas. We're gonna do that later. I have no idea what to expect, but we have a date there later today, so I'm looking forward to that. I've been crunching with all my church work because I have all my church responsibilities, and then I do this on the side. So sometimes my brain at the end of the day doesn't function as it should. This is where the magic happens. Right? This is where it gets really neat. Compute lip sync take from audio, which it will listen to the audio and make the mouth shapes.
Year 26 AD, while Jesus was
Now, it's pretty good, but there's still, you can see a lot of errors. The mouth isn't still lined up correctly. When you see all these letters here, those are the mouth shapes he is making. And I want to make sure that the mouth shape looks accurate to what the character himself is saying. A quick question I get asked sometimes is, are you an egomaniac for using yourself as the main character? Which I think is a fair question. But the answer to that is, I was originally going to use another character, but then it came too cartoony. Instead of teaching the Bible, I was becoming just this kind of generic VeggieTale type character, where I decided, hey, I'm not an actor, so why don't I just make it myself, and then I can be myself. And it made it a lot easier. And another part of my philosophy with teaching, pardon me, I have a cold. Another part of my philosophy is that the Bible study itself should be pretty serious. I try to do humor before the Bible study and humor after the study, but the text itself is very sacred and it needs to be respected. So I might add a little thing in a picture here, like one of the shepherds in the background during the nativity story was riding a sheep, a little comedy. But I try to keep all in all it pretty serious so that it doesn't distract from the Bible study. This isn't a comedy program. There's comedy before the Bible lesson and there's some comedy after it. But the Bible study itself should be focused on the Word of God and try to remove as much comedy unless it's really needed or if the content is very serious. For instance, we have when all the children are killed when Jesus is about 2 years old in Bethlehem. So I tried to lighten that up a little bit because, this is for kids. I love Superbook, but it's uber violent and they like to show a lot of stuff, and I understand it's for older kids, even though I don't like the violence. I don't even watch their crucifixion of Jesus because it's so brutal. But my theory is, let's make this for the kids, but let's keep it serious in tone so it doesn't distract from the Bible lesson.
Today's narrative can be found in the Bible in John chapter 1.
All right, you could see right there's a problem. When I side click, I can get all my letters for my mouth shapes. What? That shape isn't there. So I'm gonna add that in there. Now I go through the long grueling process of just making sure the lip sync matches. And this is when I use Alexa. Well, I see that my video needs to be about 6 minutes and 15 seconds. So I have to figure how many seconds that is. Now I could do all the math on a calculator and piece of paper. I really don't have time for all that. Alexa, how many seconds are there in 6 minutes and 15 seconds?
6 minutes and 15 seconds is 375 seconds.
375. and boom, I got the proper time. I'm finally done with all of the lip syncing. Next part is to add some emotions, hand pointing expressions to make it a little bit more natural. So, I got sunbeams coming through my window, but it's maybe a sign because I just finished that edit. The last part is to review it, make sure all looks good, and then what I'm going to do, I guess it's not technically the last part done, is then export it, which takes forever. So I finally got through the process. Very glad. It takes a while, a couple hours, but I got that part done for 5 minutes of film, 6 minutes, but hey, an animation, that's incredible. I also have to go and do Pastor Kim's sermon. I believe it's the second one on Ephesians, and that will probably take about 6 to 7 hours to edit all of that. So I have to do that later today. Video editing takes a lot. You know, I'm really happy with our church page. We have 12,000 subscribers, almost up to 13,000, which is incredible. Very happy for that. My kids' content only has 300 and some are getting close to 400, but I only have one season, so it's going to take a while to build. Most people don't want to look at a curriculum that only has 12 to 13 episodes. So once I add this season, I'll have 24. I'll be cooking with that. All right, that's the process. It's done for now. Next time I'll show you how I actually edit some of the video itself, because this is just animation. This is just getting it ready. Then you got to do sound effects, different camera angles, cutting, and that's where all the fun magic happens. This is kind of behind the scenes, and I'll hopefully see you next time and show you a little bit more of my curriculum. See you.